Mr. Speaker, I want to tell you on the national community that YTEPP is a success story. And I want to tell you that the Member of Parliament for Labray was also associated with the University of the West Indies. It was not called at that time the Extramural Studies Unit, but he was one of the center coordinators who also delivered well in terms of the School of Continuing Studies. And that is how you expanded the sector. That is how you are going to really improve the quality of education and training. I am taken from where Minister Gopi Singh leaves off in terms of that sector. So you would have heard the Honorable Prime Minister said, and Minister Gopi Singh repeated as well, that we are moving towards universal preschool or ECC education. We have universal primary education. We have universal secondary education. And it is my hope and my dream and my desire, and I'm moving in the direction that one day we're going to have universal tertiary education in Trinidad and Tobago. That is where we must go. And therefore, as we expand the services, I want to tell you how we are also going to be building the brains. Mr. Speaker, when you read what is happening around the world, you will see how young boys and young girls are engaged in the world of technology. You will see how young boys and young girls, and only today, I don't know if some of you may have seen it, I am reading just now before I came and I was called to come across here. A 13-year-old girl is doing her master's in India. Yeah. 13 years. Finished her first degree and pursuing her master's, and could not become a doctor because she couldn't do the test for medical school. Now that might be 1 in a million or so, but the point is that there's that yearning and that desire for education. But I want to tell you something that I came across, and we have started it in Trinidad and Tobago in a modified way. Mr. Speaker, there is a researcher by the name of Sugata Mitra. And Sugata Mitra is famed for the Highwell project, which is called the Hole in the Wall project. And what is this project? The Hole in the Wall project is where Dr. Mitra, who in his desire and his quest to build the brains of his people in India, took a computer, physically placed it in a hole in a wall, in a dump, near a dump, where young boys and girls who are playing in that environment, as we say in Trinidad, whether we're pitching marble, or we're rolling around with our roller. You know, a long time we used to roll around with the bicycle rim. Yeah. I don't know how many of you all may know that. Maybe some people don't remember or know or remember that.
That was the vehicle that we used
to the vehicle that you used to go to the shop. As a matter of fact, sometimes you might see some of people who we call mahal driving and they have no vehicle in front of them. So he took that concept where you have these children in the yard playing. Many of you may have seen Slumdog Millionaire, so you understand what it looks like. And he left that computer there. He left that computer there. And you know what happened? The boys and girls in that vicinity went and started to interfere with the computer. They started to learn how to click, how to drag, how to boot up, how to reboot. And by what we call in the education system, and my friend who was a former principal here will know, the whole concept of discovery learning. They discovered on their own. And remember, Parliament for Tobago East will commensurate as well with that kind of concept in education, herself being a very distinguished educator. And so they learned on their own. And I have seen the benefit of that project. It has multiplied many times and many places in India and has gone to the sub-Saharan continent. And I said to myself, why can't we also adapt that in Trinidad and Tobago?